Hello, my name is Faye and welcome to Meet the Conwegians. This is a continuation of the 100 Faces of Conway project, and this episode is going to highlight a member of our Conway community who is making an impact. So come along with me as I sit down and talk with them and get to know them and paint a portrait of them holding something that brings them joy. So tell me a little bit about these objects that bring you joy.
Okay. Well, first a hymnal. As I had related to you earlier, but my father was a minister, and he was preaching in little bitty churches, and he needed, a lot of them didn't have pianists, so he would take me. At first, I could only pick out like a note or two, just the melody note, you know.
Yeah.
But he said it was better than nothing, so he would take me along with him when he went to preach. But anyway, then later I began to take piano lessons, and by the time I was 13 or 14, I was playing hymns. A little bit better than me picking out a note at a time. But anyway, that's what got me started in music, was him and having me play in churches, and it just kind of, you know, it was part of my life. That's all I ever really knew. And then when he was needing a minister of music at our church, he went to Arkansas Tech and talked to the man who was a choir director, who was a personal friend of ours, and he suggested this young man that had just decided to change from a math major to music. And so he told my daddy about him, and my dad called him. Well, it was this guy that I had heard in choir at First Baptist Church of Russellville with this beautiful voice, but I thought I'd never have him. I was only 15 at the time, and he was in college. Well, but he came to our church, and they hired him, so it threw us together all the time. And so we got to be real good friends, and then later we started dating after about 2 years. But then ended up marrying 4.5 years later. And we were married for 58.5 years. Missed him terribly. He passed away 18 months ago now. But I know he's happy because he knows I'm happy getting to be in music and being involved with this place is so wonderful. It just touches my heart, and it just fills my life. I look forward to Tuesdays. I just start counting the days. Don't have much longer. Oh, tomorrow's Tuesday.
Aw, that's wonderful. I know that you give back to all the people here too, that they receive that love and that joy as well. So it goes both ways, I can tell.
It does. It really does. One of my jobs, after I get through playing the piano and after the service and everything, they had me set up with this friend of mine, Mary, that you met.
Yes.
And we pass out the tickets for them to go get boxes. And I know that sounds silly, but I look forward to it because I get to meet everybody that came. I get to talk to each one of them. And so a lot of them have become really good friends just in the short period of time we've been doing this. But I wouldn't miss that either. I know it sounds crazy, but Mary and I have such a good time up there. I wish I could interview her, but she's crazy.
So
She's
what's
adorable.
in the boxes? Is it food?
It's all kinds of things.
Okay.
It's just all kinds of food, meat, just whatever they have.
Okay.
Of course, sometimes it's a little, it's different because it's what they can get at the food bank. Well, like as I told you earlier, this time of year it's hard to get a lot of those foods because there's so many churches and everybody getting boxes for their church communities and other people that are having ministries like we do. So you put all that together. So sometimes this time it's kind of hard to get the food that we're really looking to have, but it'll be back to full strength soon. I mean, just as soon as Christmas is over.
The reason I nominated my mom is because I have gotten to witness the things that she's been through in her life, how she's mentored us, other people, how she's given back. When we lost Daddy, she lost that spark. And when she started working at Soul Food, it would be so hot. I didn't even do it. She would go every week without batting an eye and just give back. But more importantly, she got her life back. She has a heart to give to the point that she does without.
Here we go. Sarah, let's lift it up.
Oh, and that's really...
I enjoyed painting you so much. Your
Oh.
face lit up my studio and it was just joyful. So I really appreciate you allowing me to do this for you.
Goodness gracious, I never had my picture.
You deserve it.
Oh.
Yes, you do. Why did you choose Soul Food Cafe Mission as your nonprofit of choice?
Well, because it ministers to so many people in this neighborhood. I mean, there's not anything that you couldn't get in town that you cannot pretty much get there. I mean, you've got a little store where you can go shopping for all kinds of personal items, from towels and washcloths to toothbrushes and, well, anyway, it's amazing. Cat food, dog food, just everything is in that little store. It's like going to a little bitty mini Walmart. But you get to go there, and then they have a clothing section. They also have where you can get your hair washed and done, and they have a place where the people that are homeless can go take showers. They can wash their clothes, and in fact, they have a lady over that pretty much washes it for them, actually, to make sure that, you know, they don't tear anything up. But anyway, it's amazing. I can't even begin to explain it, but I just can't explain it. It's just so much a part of my life.
So can you tell us a little bit about what Soul Food Cafe Mission does?
Yes, and it's a lot. It's not just your typical food pantry, although we do provide food for those who need it. We build personal boxes that people can take home. There are the hot meals, and it varies, but 350 to 400 plus hot meals that people eat when they get here, and many of those are taken and delivered to homeless or people who are, you know, homebound. And if you happen to need something that might be out there, you can take it, and that can be anything from tables, couches, washers, dryers. You know, it just depends on the donations, what's available. It's first come, first serve out there. And we do hundreds and hundreds of pounds just out there. So literally tons of food go out on a given Tuesday with the outdoor market, indoor market, and the hot meals.
Well, thank you for following along as I got to sit down and get to know Nancy a little bit better. I have to say it was just a really fun interaction. She has a great sense of humor and a really contagious laugh. It was just joy all around. So I just want to say thank you, Nancy, for all the good that you're doing in Conway. We really appreciate you.